bundle ninjas have been released so far in the game. Sasuke Uchiha, Sakura Haruno, and Might Guy. All three cost the same amount, $25 in the USA, more in other places or possibly less, with a 50 pearl pack attached to it. We're going to be going through their in-game arts, their 5-star art, and their 6-star art, comparing all three of these good units, okay? We're going to be comparing all three of their arts to see what we can come up with, guys, okay? We're going to be going through their in-game stats after that. Their health, their strength, their ninjutsu, and their abilities, among other things. So that is what we are going to be analyzing here for you guys to see for yourselves what they've got. Regardless of what we may find here, these are all still quite the splendid ninjas. Alright guys, here we go. We got the 5-star art coming up. Now the question I want to ask you guys is, I want you guys to look at each picture individually and just imagine the emotions that you can see perceived in these images. What do you feel when you see each art? Personally, I think that for me, the one that really is expressing more emotion to me personally is Sakura's art. Now the reason for that is because you see her headband falling down. If you know anything about Naruto, you know that leaf shinobi headband from the Leaf Village means a lot to the shinobi that lived there. Alright, it meant a lot to Naruto. It represents something, the fact that she's dropping it. We got Sasuke over here doing a cool little running pose, and we got my guy doing a cool pose as well. But ultimately, I feel that it is not the pose that makes the art meaningful, guys. It is what the art represents. Now, I know many of you may not like Sakura, but let's go ahead and just give some credit here to at least the art that she's got here, all right? Even though we may not like her character, we do like some things about Sakura in general. I mean, you know, she's pretty, and I think that's it. But you can add another thing to the list, okay? She has good art as her 5-star art. Really good. I like how it shows her that it shows that she's letting go of something, that she's changing, that she's becoming a new person. It's like the art is speaking to me, guys. And I wonder if you guys feel the same way. It's just not speaking to me the same way that Might Guy's art is, or even Sasuke's. Theirs seems more like just more posing compared to Sakura's, at least for me. Alright guys, so now let's go ahead and go on to the 6-star art. Oh my goodness, what a difference. As you can see, Sasuke, these are their in-game names by the way. Sasuke, ready for the curse mark. Guy, hot-blooded youth. And Sakura, hardened resolve. Now, I will say this, in this category, their 6-star art, I'm leaning more towards Sasuke and Guy. Not too much on Sakura. Compared to theirs, I would say that Sakura's is not as good for her 6-star art, alright? In her 5-star art, she really outshined the other two. But for her 6-star art, it's not as much. I'm leaning more towards Sasuke's art first, more than Might Guy's. Now, don't get me wrong, Might Guy's art is really good too, guys, all right? I like how they're showing him going into the Gates mode, and he's in that Gates state, and that looks really cool and everything, and he looks really, you know, hot-blooded youth, really powered up, ready to go. But I like the colors on Sasuke's art, you know? For me, my guy has too much green going on. You guys get what I'm saying? It all blends in way too much for me, okay? I think that there's a lot of green on my guy's pick. And for me, Sasuke has a nice little variety there. A more comfortable variety, in my opinion, okay? For me. What do you guys think, all right? That's what I think about Sasuke's art. And the same thing with Sakura. Sakura has a lot of pink going on, you know? She's got pink hair, she's light-skinned, okay? And she's got a pink aura around her, kind of like my guy, who also wearing green clothes, very green, you know, a lot of green on him. But Sasuke's, though, shows the curse mark, shows the smoke, and it also shows his Sharingan and all those things. Yep, that's what I say about their 6-star art. Let's go on to the next one. Alright guys, now we are putting the in-game stats into play, where we have all three of these guys lined up right here. We have Sasuke, 40 cost. His element is heart, which is red. His weakness is body, which means it's blue, okay? So he is weak to Guy units, units like Guy with a blue element. His max HP, 1356, max attack 1664, and his range is a small range, so that is a decent amount of attack and an okay amount of HP. He is a small range, so you're not getting a lot of distance there. Now Sakura has a 50 cost, so that means it'll be more harder to put her on your teams, and because she costs more. Her element though is wisdom, so she's neutral to the other three elements. Only to bravery, which is yellow, is she both weak and strong against. Her max limit break HP, alright, so she can be limit broken, is 1279. Her max limit break attack is 1492, and she's a large range. Guy is also 50. He is body blue, weak against green skill green, 1574 HP and 1638 max attack, guys. So Guy has way more attack, way more HP than both of them, alright? And his range is small. But check this out, Sakura's already been limit broken, and Sasuke and Guy have not been, so you gotta take that into consideration. Sasuke's field skill reduces chance of enemies using substitution jutsu by 20 to 25%. His buddy skill, meaning when he's in the second slot under your first unit, reduces damage from hard enemies by 20%. Sakura field skill restores HP by 130 to 180, and buddy skill reduces the chance of being sealed by 25%. That's the same one that Tsunade has, something like that. Guy has a field skill which gives him a counter, so that's really helpful actually. So Guy has a counter, 25 to 50%. Whenever he gets hit, he can counter a unit. What do you think about that? His buddy skill is a booster of attack by 115. So it's up to you, you know, I mean, these are all three different elements, but definitely, you know, that healing can come in handy for Sakura, and those attack boosts and that counter can definitely help out with Guy, guys. All right, so Sasuke's regular jutsu, 5 chakra, okay? 4 times damage to one enemy. Ultimate jutsu, 10 chakra, boosts attack by 75%. So he has a boost, which will give him a boost to his attack for 10 turns, while at the same time restoring 4 chakra, guys, all right? His regular jutsu for Sakura's regular is 2 times damage. That's very little multiplier, way less than the rest, to all enemies, but it is an AoE jutsu, okay? All enemies. Her ultimate, 8 chakra, 5.4 times damage to all enemies with a 35% chance of slip and or reducing the attack for 5 turns. So that's really good as well, guys, okay? It reduces attack and it can produce slip at the same time. Okay, Guy, he has a 3.5, all right? But remember, he has a lot more attack damage than both of these two, okay? 5 chakra to one enemy, but check this out. His ultimate boosts the attack by 75% for 5 turns and deals 3.6 damage to all enemies. So he has a boost, and the dude has an AoE jutsu for his ultimate. What do you think of that? Guy, listen, I'm telling you guys, Guy can come really in handy. Listen, I'm leaning here. I'm kind of torn a little bit because Sasuke is really good because of this reason. Abilities. He has he has 3 abilities that can be unlocked that reduce wisdom damage by 10% while at the same time lowering his cost. As for all of these units, and he also has 2 reductions to bravery damage by 10% as well. So if you unlock all his abilities, that's what you're going to be getting. Really good for under 28 missions that require under 28 units if you unlock his abilities. Sakura though has a lot more diversity with her abilities. 2 times 2 chakra recovery with map movement, which means you recover chakra when you move from area map to map, not on the same map, on different maps. Okay, she has a critical rate boost by 1.5 times, and she has an attack boost by 100. All right, and she also has a reduction ability. Okay, so that's really good too. Guy, a lot more simpler, but he is a powerhouse, guys. Times 3 critical rate boost by 1.5 times, and times 2 attack boost by 100. Listen, if you're looking for raw damage, Guy is your man. If you're looking for somebody with a little more utility to her, Sakura is the way to go. If you're looking for somebody that has some damage and has utility, okay, especially with the abilities unlocked, then I would say Sasuke is your man. But ultimately, guys, now that I have given you my opinion in each category, who do you choose as the best current bundle character?